On August 5, 1962, Eunice Murray discovered Marilyn Monroe's cold and unconscious body. Marilyn was lying naked in bed, spilled sleeping pills scattered by her side, and telephone in hand. To the nation's anguish and distress, Marilyn Monroe was pronounced dead at 5:25 that morning. After years of uncertainty and mystery, many continue to be fascinated with the tragic death of Marilyn Monroe, searching for some form of closure. Among the conspiracy theories surrounding Marilyn Monroe's death, the most controversial and notorious asserts that she was murdered by the Kennedys with the help of Sam Giancana. As the theory goes, Robert F. Kennedy, with the help of Peter Lawford, hired Giancana and his crew to kill Marilyn Monroe. Now, Marilyn Monroe was rumored to have been involved in a love affair with John F. Kennedy. There's evidence that the two shared love letters and phone calls. Marilyn Monroe was also known to be quite pesky, needy, and too seriously involved in this relationship, while Kennedy, on the other hand, only saw it as a fling. There's also eyewitnesses that claim that they saw Kennedy, Lawford, and two mysterious men enter the house the day Marilyn Monroe was murdered. Eunice Murray, Marilyn Monroe's housekeeper, and her son, Norman Jeffries, claimed that they were ordered to leave the house by Kennedy. They witnessed two men enter the house with Kennedy and Lawford. When they returned, they found Marilyn Monroe dead. Eunice Murray, Marilyn Monroe's longtime housekeeper, declared, "It's my feeling that Marilyn Monroe looked forward to her tomorrows." Murray's quotation further emphasizes her conviction that Marilyn Monroe should not be classified as another suicide victim. However, despite this theory of Marilyn Monroe's murder, a substantial amount of evidence does in fact point towards her killing herself, either accidentally or unintentionally. Now, some believe that Marilyn Monroe died accidentally. They claim that Marilyn Monroe had no motive to want to kill herself, for she appeared extremely happy before her death. Joe DiMaggio, her ex-husband, who she was known to be still completely in love with, had just agreed to remarry her, and their wedding date was August 8th, just 2 days after her death. Fox had just rehired Marilyn Monroe to complete the film Something's Got to Give. Marilyn had recently purchased a new home in Brentwood and was in the process of redecorating it, and she had on her calendar by her bedside dinner dates and plans with friends, all made for after August 5th, the day she was murdered. Now, there's also the theory that she died intentionally, that she committed suicide. Marilyn Monroe had a difficult childhood. She had no stable family and moved from foster home to foster home. She spent much of her childhood in an orphanage. As an adult, Marilyn Monroe had poor relationships with others. She had no relationship with her father. She had never met him. She had a poor relationship with her mother, who was a schizophrenic. She had gone through 3 divorces, and she was known to always be fighting with her private nurses, doctors, and psychiatrists. Furthermore, Hollywood did not take Marilyn Monroe's career seriously, and she was well aware of it. She was limited to the sexy, dumb blonde roles, and though she wanted to expand her career, the studio would hold her back. And finally, around the summer of 1954, Marilyn Monroe slowly became often ill and depressed. She began to take an excessive amount of sleeping pills and became extremely attached to alcohol. Given such speculation, Marilyn Monroe's death has remained an engrossing mystery that has captivated the attention of many. But the question remains, why are we so fascinated with this mystery? Well, for one, we love suspense and mystery. We love questions and mystery because they stimulate discussion and they allow for our imagination and creativity to flow. They keep us on the edge of our seats. Just consider other mysteries, such as the JFK assassination, Amelia Earhart's disappearance, Franklin Roosevelt's supposed involvement in the Pearl Harbor attacks, and Princess Diana's death, and even Bigfoot. All of these mysteries have continually fascinated and intrigued our nation, and we refuse to let them go. But when it comes to Marilyn Monroe's case specifically, we continue to be fascinated with it because we root for Marilyn Monroe. As actress Natalie Wood so eloquently put, when you look at Marilyn on the screen, you don't want anything bad to happen to her. You really care that she should be all right, happy. Wood's quotation further reveals our natural instinct to root for the vulnerable Marilyn Monroe. Because she is no longer with us, yet still has public attention and scrutiny, we want to be her strength and support. And finally, we want Marilyn Monroe to remain with us eternally. As the New York Times reported, suicides in New York hit a record high just 1 week after Marilyn's death. 12 in one day. Just 1 week after Marilyn Monroe's death, an anonymous suicide victim's final words were, "If the most wonderful, beautiful thing in the world has nothing to live for, then neither must I." This victim's suicide note is one of many and reveals the true detrimental impact Marilyn Monroe's death had on society nationwide. We idolize Marilyn Monroe's alluring beauty and seduction, and we want to keep her alive with us forever. We can only do this now through keeping her death an unresolved and lingering mystery. From the moment she started her career, Marilyn Monroe's aura of purity, seduction, and mystery has allured us all. Thus, even today, we refuse to allow Marilyn Monroe to simply become an icon of the past through keeping her death an intriguing mystery. And even if we are searching for non-existent answers or unfounded resolutions, we will continue our search in hopes of keeping the beautiful and beloved Marilyn Monroe with us forever. Thank you.